Good evening all. Today in this session we will learn operators, loop controls, and decision making statements. These are important basic concepts used in ABAP programming, and we will understand each concept with examples and next and learning objectives. And here is a first we will learn the different types of ABAP operators, and then actually we will understand arithmetic and comparison operators. We will also learn characteristic operators. After that we will discuss while, do and nested loops. Finally we will learn if else statements and case statements. And what are operators? And operators are symbols or keywords used to perform operations on data. For example, the plus symbol is used for addition, and then comparison operators are used to compare two values, and ABAP operators are mainly divided into the four categories. Like in here it's a arithmetic, comparison, bitwise and characteristic. First operator, it's arithmetic operator, and arithmetic operators are used to perform mathematical calculations like it's algebra. Here it's the plus symbol is used for addition, the minus symbol is used for subtraction, the multiplication symbol is used for multiplication, and the division symbol is used for its division. So finally it's a mod is used to find the remainder after division. These are the five types of arithmetic operators. Next we'll discuss arithmetic operator example. In here it's a variable a contains the value, it's 150, and variable b and 50, it's a contains b 50. Then we have two operations in here, it's a subtraction division, and subtract a minus b or division a divided by b, and then finally output, and we'll get it's a subtraction 100 and division it's 150 by 50, it's a 3. Like this way actually it's arithmetic operators will work in anywhere, not only it's ABAP and any other programming language also same way it will work. Next operator, comparison operator, and comparison operators are used to compare two values. Like equal to is represented by equal symbols, and not equal, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. These are the symbols for comparison. It's a two values, and ABAP provide a keyword alternative such as equal to EQ, not equal to NE, and GT, LT, CE. Like this type of keywords also ABAP provide. Next we'll discuss example, comparison example. Here actually a type, it's a I means integer, it's a 15, and a b it's a 19 value, and if a less than, LT means less than, right, and a less than b, then it's a right, this output will show. And here it's a is less than b. This is the way it will work. It's a comparison operator. Then next operator is between operator. This between is used to check whether the value falls within a particular range. In our example we can check, and if a between 10 and 20, and here it's a is a 15, and here we declared a is a 15, right, and if a between 10 to 20, then it's a output will come, otherwise it will not come any output. See in here its output is a is between 10 to 20. And next we'll discuss about is initial, is not initial, and is initial check whether a variable contain its initial value. And for example here if you will see it's a data a type I, okay, and here it's a value is not initialized, right, it's a by default it's a 0 or whatever it may be. Now this condition is if a is initial, that means we are not initializing any value, we are not given any value a to 5 or 10 like that, right? And so this one is a true, then obviously we'll get output is a as its initial value. Then later after this if and if condition complete, then a value is initialized, a equal to 10. Then if a is not initial, okay, then I will write a is not initial, this output will come. Like this is the way it will work, is initial and he is not initial. Next we'll discuss about bitwise operators. Bitwise operators work at the binary bit level. Like here it's a main operations and or XOR, and these are the operations, and mainly it's our childhood onwards actually we are learning about learn about this one, right? And or and end conditions and operators, how it will work. And here you can see and in tabular and how it is, and if both are it's a 0 and end condition 0 or also 0 only way, and if a true and b true, and one means it's a true like that, and both are true, then only it's a end condition true, and otherwise remaining all cases it will be it's a false, it's 0. And but and or operations, any of the values are true, and if a false and b true, then it's a or condition it's a true, it will execute. Like this way actually it's a bitwise operators will work out. Then next operator, character string operators. So character string operators are used to work with text, and here it's a CO means it contains only, CN means contains not only, CA contains any, NA means contains none, CS contains string, NS not contains string, CP contains pattern, NP not contains pattern. Like these are the it's a character string operators, and here we'll discuss and one of the example, it's a CA operator example. It's a contains, contains CA means contains any, okay. For example it's a P type C is a character, okay, length of 10, it's a value ABAP, and Q it's a program. Okay, here if P contains any Q, okay, in this case actually P contains at least one character of Q, okay. Here we can see output, and it's a character we have, right? It's a P, okay, any P is there, that's why actually at least one character is a matches, that's why this condition is executed. Yes. Now next topic we'll discussing about and loopings in ABAP. And a loop is used when we want to execute the same statement repeatedly, okay. ABAP provide it's a different looping statements, and one is a while and while loop, do loop, and nested loops. And here it's a while loop is used when repetition depends on the condition. Whenever it's if repetition based on condition it will work, then we'll use it's a while loop. And do is useful, and when we know how many types to repeat, then only we'll use it a do loop. And nested loop, and one loop inside another loop, then if you need any inside also any other loop, like in the time actually we'll use it a nested loops. And let's we'll discuss about a while loop example. The while loop check a condition before executing the loop, right? And here you can see it's a number type I value equal to 1, okay. Here number value is 1, and while number less than or equal to 5, until this condition it's satisfied, okay, then we'll get output, it's a number. as a first number is 1, and again it's a here is a increment, 1 plus 1 is a 2, like this way until it's a less than or equal to 5 it's a satisfied. That's why output is 1 to 5 it's came. And next one we'll discuss about do loop. And here do statement is used to repeat a task a specific number of times. For example, here actually it's a number type I, but we are not initialize any value for number, but to do 5 times. Okay, 5 times it will be easy. See, number equal to sy index here and the right number, and in this case there is a loop execute 5 times, and the output will be it's a number from 1 to 5 also it will come. Okay, it's a repeated 5 times, and this one will come output. And next one we'll discuss about it's a nested loop. A nested loop, a loop inside another loop is called a nested loop, and the outer loop control the main iterations. For every outer loop iteration the inner loop executes. Nested loops are useful when it's a processing it's a rows and columns. In that time mainly it's a tabular rows, right, and rows and columns if you want to do, and that time mainly we can use it's a nested loops. And yeah, next we'll discuss about loop control statements. And here it's ABAP provide it's a few loop control statements. One is the continue, check, and exit for controlling loops. And once we are executing that entire loop, and if you want to suddenly skip and that current iteration, then we can use it's a continue keyword. And yeah, then start the next iteration. I think it's when it's check one, and next keyword it's a check one. If the condition is false, and condition is false, skip that remaining statements in the current iteration. Okay, that means yeah, we'll explain that one. It's a example I think more clearly. And next one is the exit. It's a terminate the loop completely. Okay, if you want to terminate that one entire loop, then we can use exit. It's these are the three it's a loop control statements. First one is the skip, current iteration, and last one is exit, entire loop termination, and check. If that condition is false, then it's a skip the remaining iteration. For example, it's a 1 to 5 we want to execute. Second condition is fail, then it's a third number 4 5 will not continue, that stop it. That is the main use of it's this check control statement. And next we'll discuss about its decision making statements. And decision making statements allow the program to choose different actions, and ABAP provides it's a different decision making statements. Here it's a if else, if else, if else, and a nested if case. These are the different mainly I think everyone knows. And if else, and if else, nested if also know. And inside if else, and I mean if else is outer, inside that one also we need to write some other if else statement. That means it's a nested if. And finally it's a case is useful when one value has several possible choices. That time actually we'll use this case statement. And for example it's a if one, and here it's a if statement example. See, you can see it's a age type I, it's a integer, it's a value 20. If age is 20, and if age greater than or equal to 18, then he is eligible. Okay, output. That's why it's a coming. It's a that condition is true. That's why it's a eligible. If that age is less than 18, and then this statement will not work, and output will not come like this way. And then second one example, it's a if else. You can see in here as I explained. Now it's a not eligible. Okay, yes, sorry, age is 16. It's not a greater than. Then it will go to the else statement. And it will show not eligible. And the next one we'll discuss about, it's a case statement. In this case statement used when we need to compare one value with multiple possible values, right? And here it's a day, type I integer, it's a value, it's a 2. And case 1 day, when 1 it's a Monday, when 2 it's a Tuesday, 3 it's a Wednesday, and other it's a invalid day. In this case actually it's a 2 and value 2, so and output will come, it's a Tuesday. And next one we'll discuss about if versus case. And if mainly when it will use if is useful for mainly it's a logical conditions and ranges. For example, we can check whether it's a marks are greater than or equal to something, then only we can use. And case is useful when it's a one variable has several specific possible values. For example, like how we are checking it's a previously, it's a 1 to 5, it's a Monday, Tuesday, like same it's a grades and status values. In that time actually we can use it's a case. Next we'll see quick revision and what are the topics we covered in today's session. And we learned comparison and bitwise operators. We also learned it's a character string operators. We discussed while, do, and nested loops. And we learned it's a continue, check, and an exit loop statements finally. And we learned it's a conditions, if else, and case decision making statements also. And these are the concepts, the fundamentals of writing a ABAP program. And next, yeah, practice. I think now it's a time to practice. And to explain it's a difference between equal and not equal, and explain the age initial check, and see contains any like it's a what's the difference between it's a C and CS, and write a simple it's a while loop, and whatever we discussed and so far. And better to practice and write some example, and then it will easy to understand and easy to remember also, it's a long term. So I hope this session is useful for you. And yeah, great, thank you, bye.